Vane the Basilisk Who Blinked. Chapter 1. The Eyes That Didn't Kill. In a cave carved deep beneath the emerald hills of Eldrith, there lived a young basilisk named Vane. Unlike the fearsome creatures from village Tailies beasts whose eyes turned nights to stone and forests to statues, Vane was different. She had no death stare, not even a mildly frightening one. Her golden, moon-bright eyes blinked like any other creature's, soft and curious. Her mother, old and blind, could not understand it. "You must never show yourself to the world," she warned, voice like cracking stone. "They will hunt you if they know you cannot defend yourself." So, Vane stayed hidden, curled in the damp quiet of her cave. She practiced snarls in front of puddles, hissed at shadows, and tried to mimic the mighty roar of her ancestors. But all she ever saw in her reflection was a creature with kind eyes, and a heart that ached for something more. One night, Vane heard singing. A human voice. She slithered through the tunnels until moonlight kissed her emerald green scales. In a clearing just beyond the woods, a girl sat weaving flower crowns, her humming soft and brave in the stillness. Vane watched her for days never close, always from behind trees and rocks. The girl never noticed, until one evening she turned suddenly and said, "You've been watching me." Vane froze. "You don't have to hide," the girl said. "I'm not afraid." "I could be dangerous," Vane warned, her voice rough from disuse. The girl smiled. "If you were, I'd already be stone." Her name was Tara, and soon she and Vane were sharing secret conversations about stars, about dragons, about loneliness. "I wish I could turn things to stone," Tara said once. "I'd keep a perfect day frozen forever." But Vane didn't want to freeze time. She wanted to live it. Chapter 2. A heart made for more. The friendship grew. They laughed beneath the trees, dreamed of far-off lands, and whispered stories older than the hills. Vane had never known such joy. But joy, as the world often reminds us, can be fragile. One day a hunter came. Not just any hunter, a knight wrapped in silver armor, eyes sharp from years of slaying monsters. He had followed stories of a basilisk near Eldrith. His weapon? A mirror blade, polished to reflect a basilisk's death stare back at its source. Vane tried to flee, but Tara stepped in front of the blade. "She won't hurt you," she cried. "She's a basilisk," the knight snapped. "No," Tara said, fierce as a flame. "She's my friend." The knight stared at Vane's blinking, harmless eyes. Confusion cracked his battle-hardened face. "She's cursed," he muttered. "Or blessed." Then he lowered his blade. That was the last day Vane stayed in the hills. Word spread of a basilisk with no death in her gaze. Curious people came not with swords, but with questions. Some were kind, some were cruel. Vane left before the wrong person could take what made her different. Years passed. Tara grew up but never forgot the warm scales beside her in the dark, or the soft voice that spoke of ancient caves. Sometimes she still braided flower crowns and left them near the hill, just in case. And far away, in a valley no map could name, Vane lived freely, among creatures who didn't fear her. She had friends. She laughed. She learned. But sometimes, when the moon was just right, she missed the girl who once stood before a blade for her. And so the ending? It was kind of happy, kind of sad, just like real stories often are.